What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Faking Sports. I'm your host, David Kincaid, and we got a game to play. Don't y'all love game week? Oh, game week. Man, just I love game week, man. I do. Um, y'all see the title of the video. So 2 years ago, October 21st, 2023, I made one of, regardless of the views, regardless of the clicks. If you want to go back and watch the full video, you can go back and watch the full video. But I think I made one of my best videos ever. And I don't know how y'all feel about my content, man, but I feel like I got some fire for real. Like, look. When they get a hold of this channel, man, for my people that's been here, y'all know what I mean. You know, we get it going over here for real. But October 21st, 2023, we let me paint the picture for you. We're undefeated. We're about to play UCF. We are undefeated. We've already beat Texas. I got the schedule right here. If y'all don't remember, I'm gonna call it out. We beat Arkansas State. This is the 10-2 season. We beat Arkansas State 73-0. We beat SMU 28-11. We beat Tulsa 66-17. We beat Cincinnati 20-6. We beat Iowa State 50-20. I mean, these are like we rolling. Except for the Cincinnati game, I had another video prior to where I talked about the defense. I talked about the offense. I'm sorry. And people were just, not everybody was really kind of catching my drift because we're prideful Sooner fans. We were undefeated. Who is this guy to tell us we got some shortcomings? And I was fairly new. But I gave y'all some fire then when I said,
I'll be honest with you, I was not happy with the offense. If you guys have been following me, you've been watching my channel, you know the biggest thing that I harp on is Jeff Lebby's offense and him being a pass first offensive coordinator. When you got everybody else around the world lying to you, talking and telling you how Jeff Lebby likes to run the football. When they look like those run plays were third grade run plays. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he needs to hire a run game coordinator, but they need to figure something out because this is not Oklahoma football. Oklahoma football is running the football and playing good defense.
but I get, just giving y'all fire. And then we beat Iowa State 50-20. We beat Texas 34-30. That was Nick Anderson's game-winning catch in corner of the end zone. Dylan Gabriel. This is an amazing season. And then we got 2 weeks off. We got a bye week, so we got 2 weeks off going into the UCF game. UCF was not very good on either side of the ball, kind of like what we got with this game here in Kent State. We got 2 weeks off. We're undefeated. We're riding high, even though John Mateer's not playing. We still have all the confidence in the world in Michael Hawkins. We know we have an amazing defense, and we should be going in here putting up video game numbers is what everybody telling y'all. That we should go into this game and put it video game numbers. When 2 years ago in this same situation, I know it's a totally different offensive coordinator, but it's really the same coordinator. It's really the same offense. This is the same situation. And it was halftime of that game, and I came to talk to y'all because I had to vent. This is what I said.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Faking Sports. I'm your host, David Kincaid. I want to jump over here real quick, give you my halftime report for the UCF at the Oklahoma Sooners. Man, if you're a Sooner fan like I am, I know you guys are frustrated, but I want to kind of give you my view on it because I just kind of see things a little differently than most of the pundits out there. Yes. One of the big things Booger McFarland pointed out was our lack of ability to run the football. I think it's our lack of wanting to run the football. Let's go through it. We had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. How do we come out flat? How? 2 weeks to prepare. We're going against a team that's not very good against the run. And this is what you came up with, Jeff Levy? This is the crap that you put on the field? The defense played on fire, except for Kanik making a bonehead mistake and giving them a first down where they could get a touchdown. Okay, I got it. Not really worried about it because UCF hadn't really done much until the second quarter because we refused to put points on the board. If we would have took advantage of all the mistakes that they did and the domination of our defense, we had the ball on their side 53 times in a row. All we got was 7 points. But why are we doing this at such an early point in the game when we should be running the football? Establishing our dominance and going and getting points against a team that can't stop the run.
Now, we won that game. In a season where we have an amazing defense, we really had a really good offense as well. Statistically, from the numbers, the offense is doing well, but there was one thing we weren't doing. We weren't running the football. You know what happened in the next 2 games? Kansas 38-33. We lost. The offense didn't do nothing. Oklahoma State, 27-24. The offense didn't do nothing. This is a familiar feeling. Am I saying we're going to lose tomorrow? No. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot, man. Nah, hell no, we ain't going to lose tomorrow. We ain't going to put a thumping on them boys. But we have to curve our expectations until we see what happens so we don't overreact. We still have a backup quarterback that has to go play a football game. I got faith in him. But guess what? The offensive coordinator has to put that young man in the right position to be successful. And him throwing the ball 40 times a game is not successful. I don't care what his numbers are in this game. Because he shouldn't be throwing 40 times against Texas. You should have been putting together analytics all year for this moment. So you can take your Texas game plan and you can implement it right here to see what works and what doesn't work. If, for example, if you call a run play, first down, they're in a base defense, you call a run play, and that run, you only get 2 yards against Kent State on that run play, you probably don't want to call that play no more. It's probably not blocked very well. You should be implementing your game plan this week offensively. Because you have to know what works and what doesn't work going into next week against Texas, which has a very good defense. 5-star defensive lineman Colin Simmons. 5-star linebacker Anthony Hill. And they're not fake 5 stars. They're legit NFL dudes. You got to put our quarterback in the right situation. Uh, expectations, man. Uh, my expectations for the offense is just be efficient. Whatever you do, be efficient. Let's be positive in every way, every play, every series. We should not have 3-and-outs this game. Even if I'm not saying you have to score every possession, but you shouldn't have a 3-and-out this game. Is there opposition? Yes, there's opposition. But is the opposition that formidable to where you get rattled, to where you can't just go out and execute? No, that's unacceptable at the University of Oklahoma against the last place team in college football. That's unacceptable. Under no circumstances is a 3-and-out acceptable. I don't care. I don't care what happened. You shouldn't be jumping off sides. Let's play efficient. I need less than 50 yards in penalties on the offensive side of the football. You shouldn't have to hold. You shouldn't have to block in the back. If we're playing efficient football on the offensive side of the football, I'm not saying we have to score 70. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sit up here and say we have to score any amount of points. Just be efficient offense. They're not going to do nothing. They'd be lucky if they get past the 50. Um, y'all see I'm happy, man. Y'all see the smile on my face? I'm in a very good mood, man. I'm in a very good mood. As you should be. Fired up at the same time, but I'm in a very good mood, man. What can we take away from the win, whatever the outcome? There shouldn't be media questions about your game plan for Texas. Because everything that you run this game should work. everything. Everything should work. If you're running stuff that don't work, that probably should be in the game plan for Texas, man. Like I said, you that's what you take away from this. Whatever that series was that you called, let's say the first series of the game. Because this is your first series of the game, guys. These are your first scripted plays. I know a lot of y'all know this, okay? We're not going to dumb it down too much. What's your first scripted plays? You should have some success your first series. Do they have to come out and get 7? They should. Things happen. But we should have some success, man. And it shouldn't be, we don't need the nonsense. The nonsense is not necessary for Kent State. We don't need a whole bunch of motions. We don't need to line up a diamond and then motion down in the 5 wide like we were doing that one game last year. It was just ridiculous. You don't have to do you don't have to run a million jet sweeps and bro, be efficient. We don't need a reverse pass for Kent State. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Keep that shit in the holster. I don't want to see it, guys. I know a lot of y'all probably, no, it's fun. No, I don't want to see it against Kent State. Defense. What should happen? Y'all know what to do. I ain't got to talk to the defense. Come out, don't miss tackles. Defensive backs. Work on this. This is the game when you have inferior athletes to you. You work on your confidence. You keep your body in the right position, get your eyes in the right position at all times. You shouldn't have to hold. We should have no pass interference. You should be dialed into your technique this week because the strain is going to come next week when you got better athletes on the other side of the field. When you got really good wide receivers and really good running backs and really good line. Regardless of how y'all think Texas offense has looked, they're still a stacked offense. So we got a dogfight ahead of us. Expectations for the defense, man. No missed tackles, bro. No missed tackles, less than 50 yards in penalties. Less than 30. Y'all should have no penalties, man. Y'all should be kicking these boys' butts up front, pass stats, more sacks. Let's get some turnovers this game. Like, y'all are the ones I expect to put up for video game numbers. I'm not even gonna put that on the offense with 700 yards and 70 touchdowns, 70 points, and I'm not even gonna do that. But I do have that expectation for my defense. They shouldn't sniff a touchdown. I don't care what situation you put in. I don't care if the offense muff the catch, muff the punt or something on the 4. No touchdowns this game. Field goal because the offense gave up something or they just happened to get a big play or something. It should not happen. But we should be goose egg or 0. I mean 3 at the most this game against them. What y'all have to realize also with Kent State's offense, no, they're not very good, but they still got 2 touchdowns against Texas Tech. I don't care if it is garbage time. All right. Texas Tech is actually a pretty good team, and they got 10 points against Florida State. So y'all don't need to go into your expectations should be that you should dominate, but y'all don't need to go into the game with the mindset that it's going to be an easy game. This is where you just really fine tune everything, whether it's the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball. You've had a couple of weeks of game to know what works and what doesn't work. And then you had 2 weeks to go and see where your shortcomings were. Step back, look at the numbers. Where are you at offensively? Where are you at defensively? And go and be able to come up with a game plan accordingly of what has worked and what hasn't worked in what situations. Because guys, another thing that I looked at, what would you say if I told you we weren't too far off from last year's stats around this time? 2024 stats through 4 games. What if I told you we're pretty similar? Let's start with the rushing. All right. Let's start with the rushing. 144 attempts last year around this time. This year, through 4 games, we've only rushed at 140 attempts. So we actually ran the ball more last year. That is disgusting to even think that. Disgusting. Last year, after 4 games, we had 513 rushing yards. This year, we have 501. Last year, 5 touchdowns through 4 games. This year, 9. And you know, a big bulk of those are attributed to John Mateer. Passing. Now, before the season started, I said that John Mateer will be able to help us in the passing department. We should be that much better passing the football. Last year, 75 for 125. This year, 96 for 144. So we've definitely thrown the ball more. All right. Last year, through 4 games, 685 yards passing. This year, 1,220 yards passing. Last year, 8 touchdowns. This year, 6 touchdowns. We had more passing touchdowns last year around this time than we did this year. To 3 interceptions this year. They both had 3 interceptions. But up to this point, last year we threw more passing touchdowns and we ran the ball. Um, just something I thought I'd go back and look at through 4 games. It's is what it is, man. I have faith in this team. I have faith in the guys that are playing on the field at every position. There's not a position where there's a guy playing that I look at him and say, get him off the field. Last year, Bauer Sharp. And I know a lot of y'all probably love Bauer Sharp. Bauer Sharp was terrible. Looked like Adonis. Played like a flower. Bauer Sharp was terrible. I'm glad he's at LSU. But there's nobody on the team that I don't feel is playing well. I know a lot of y'all are kind of on the running backs. I'm telling you, man, it's not the running backs, bro. It's not the offensive line. It's not the players. We have the players. We are getting a couple of guys back. Wide receiver 1, back. We're going to see. As far as Jay Knott and them talking about he had the best week he's had, I don't care. I don't. Give the best running back to football. That's all I care about. I don't care who it is. So, I know that's got everybody hyped up thinking that Jay Knott's going to play and they all excited about it. Who cares? When they ready for him and they think he earned it, he'll be on the field, guys. Other than that, who cares? All right. I'm not gonna do a score prediction this game. There's no reason to. I don't care. Um, the offense should have, bro. It's you can't come out and score. You can't come out and score 17 to 24 points on Kent State. That's not even a touchdown a quarter. If you can't get a touchdown in each quarter, bro, you fail as an offense. So I'm not gonna predict the score. This is what it is. Guys, go out, play loose, have fun. Don't get hurt. That's it. Till next time, man. Peace.